Hi everyone. I know it's been a while since we've seen each other. Um, but yeah, I just had something that came to me today and I just felt like I needed to just share it because it has been a while since I've actually shared something on Elephant Dive in a while. So yeah, so the place where I'm gonna be starting right now, it's literally like you see this hat. Like I don't know if it's probably not showing, but like there's a little dent here. Like we're gonna get to how that dent happened. So I don't know why, but something today just had me like I was like resting my hand so awkwardly. But yeah, something had me just thinking today about how everything really does happen twice. No, everything really happens twice. Once in our mind and then second in reality. So I'm gonna use this hat as an example. So the story about how I ended up with this hat. Actually, it started when I took a trip to Cape Town around when was it? December, yes, in December. So while I was there, I took one of my other hats with. So it was at that point the hat it looked like very beaten up, only because I've had it like for a while. So it was a gift in 2018, yes. And then I didn't really wear hats for a while after that because I was growing out my hair. Yeah, so either way, I've had it for a while. So obviously it's been washed and everything. So it kind of looked like, it looks worn. It looked worn. And I really liked it because it had like a lot of character and everything. So it was one of my favorite ones to wear. So when I had visited my aunt in Cape Town, there was a day when I left and I had forgotten that I had left the hat there. So what had happened was this was just 2 days before I had left, and it's just like where she is situated. She's not in like the Cape Town CBD, so in order to get there, like using Uber alone was like just so hectic. I was like, you know what? I'm looking, even though it was a gift, I'm like, I'll get it eventually. I actually feel bad for actually speaking about this hat, like, oh no, I'll just get it eventually. But then I was like, you know what, I'll just get it eventually. I could have asked them to courier it. I think I'm actually gonna ask them to do this after this video. I'm gonna ask them to courier it to me. Yeah, Johannesburg. So yeah, yes, we got there. We got back to the place, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just probably gonna have to buy another hat. And yes, surprisingly enough, that was the only. No, it's not the only baseball hat, like the shape and everything that I have. It's just the one I really liked. So I was like, cool. I'm just gonna have to get another one. And then time passes, and then I ended up buying this one, fresh, and I was just really upset about how it looked. I was like, I wish it looked just a little bit more run over. Keyword, run over. So yeah, I'm wearing this new hat and whatever. So there was one day so I always have this thing. Right now it's really tight. I always have this thing where I kind of leave some breathing space, especially like because of sweat. I don't want it to get like onto the hat and make the hat gross. So I usually leave some space. This is the tightest I've ever. I don't usually have my hats this tight. So one day I was actually thinking about going to a shopping center near where I live. So I live in the Johannesburg South area in Eldorado Park. So I was about to take a taxi up to our shopping center. And then this guy stops, a guy in a bucky, and then he's like, okay, cool, we need to get to a garage. And funny enough, the garage was in the direction that we were going. And as we get, like, we're not that far from my house. Like, we are not that far from my house. But just as we pass, because I decided to hop at the back, and I know some people are like, you're just going with a stranger. Our grandparents did it and they fine. And we were on our way there anyway. It wasn't myself and someone else. So, yeah, just as we weren't even really far. I think you could say we were just driving for like maybe like a minute or so, and my head just flies off. And I'm looking at it, and the people, because I'm sitting at the back, right? So and I'm looking at the people like in the other cars looking at me like being so like, why did my head fly off? But I kind of felt like the wind like tilting it up, but then yeah, I kind of pulled it down again, and then yeah, but then it flew off. And naturally, when we came back, I looked for it, and yeah, when I found it, it actually had been run over. Like it, cars actually did, drive over it. So yeah, everything happens in twos. Everything happens in twos. There's something else that was just a little bit more down that had happened, but with me, it was just like, yeah, everything happens twice. in our mind and in reality. So everything negative, everything positive, be careful about what you think about. If that's something you can take away from this, just be careful what you think about. Until the next video.